Hello, hello. Hey, you guys want to see one of the new cats? This is one of our new kitties. We currently have them running around, so yeah. This is Ziggy. He's our youngest. He's full of energy. I'm surprised he's letting me hold him so. Actually, he doesn't mind being manhandled a little. He actually will curl up in your lap and sleep and like lay on you. I don't know if I'd call it exactly sleeping, but yeah. So this is Ziggy. Aurora is currently locked up in the bedroom. Ziggy was fixed right before we got him, and the hormones are still all there, so we can't have him out with Aurora yet. Which is why you guys haven't gotten to see him on stream before. The other one's around too, but I don't know if he'll let you guys see him on camera. He doesn't like being picked up, so the only way you're going to get to see him is if he decides to hop up on the couch next to me. You want to go? Okay. And anyway, hello everybody. Welcome in. I haven't done one of these day streams in... I don't even want to start thinking about how long it's been since I did one of these day streams. I have had so much other stuff going on, and things have been kind of crazy. So, even though I've been wanting to do these, I haven't gotten around to them, so yeah. So today when I heard I was only going to work a certain amount of time today, I was like, you know what? I am determined to do something on stream. And I had to think and think and think about what I could do, considering I wasn't sure if I'd be able to continue whatever I played. So that's where this came in. We're going to check out this demo for Fire Emblem Warriors. I think I have a... I think I might need to move the cat. Hopefully he doesn't unplug the internet. Yeah, so check out the demo. I don't know if I'll stream the full game when it comes out, but we could at least see the demo together. RG's at work. He is upstairs. You may see him, you may not. But yeah. Chill Stream Day was always meant for more, just casual hanging out, chatting, lurking, whatever you want to do that makes you happy. So, yeah. Guess that's all I got. We had a great stream last night. I could even show off some of the pictures from last night. I haven't scanned them and put them in the Discord yet. Well, I wasn't going to scan them, just take pictures. I am rambling. Sorry, I am still a little tired and not used to being on cam by myself anymore. Where did I put the... Uh-oh. The cats just broke the cam. Ah! Ah! Hey, guys! Let me fix the cam. The cats just broke the webcam.
Oh, okay.
Come on, webcam.
Literally broke it?
I don't know. But...
They knocked it down?
No, they just made it turn off.
Weird.
Like, they froze my webcam.
Plugs?
Don't know yet. Trying to fix, chat. Trying to fix. Pretty sure you can still hear me. You just have no cam. Oh my god, they did unplug it. How did you guys... The cats managed to unplug the USB, chat. There we go. You can see me again. First chance the cats get to be, stream kitties. And what do? They take out the webcam. I can't make this stuff up. Okay, let me fix the webcam. Since they knocked it around. Hey, hey! Hold on. I need to move the pickle. At one point, this was a green pickle. But these two love this thing. And I need to make sure it's away from all the cords now. Would you get away from the cords, you? If you want to play, go over there. Well, this is such a great chill stream, isn't it, everybody? Oh, you know, I thought it might be a little bit of a challenge to try to stream with them because they're not used to it. I was not expecting this. Yay. Yay. I swear we came to play a game. Now I'm all paranoid that the cat is going to come and screw with things again. Okay. Okay. Usa moment. Usa moment. Okay, where was I? If you've never been to a chill stream, I'm Rai. I am one half of Futon Crusaders. Chill stream days, I stream by myself, and we do a large variety of games. I usually like to do a lot of indie games. But like I said before, this is the first time I've done one of these in a while, so I thought I'd do something that I could just kind of one-shot. You know, don't have to commit to right away, and try to just get myself back into the... Would you get away from the cords? Let's just... And, you know, there's a whole section over here that have no cords at all. Where is he trying to play? Right where all the computer connections are. Just like a cat. Like, this is where we get those phrases. Hey, he's playing with this mouse now. Playing with the mouse now. Come here, you. Tell chat what you're doing. You're trying to play with the mouse. Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay, Ziggy. I don't know if I told you guys his name was Ziggy. Take your mouse and go over there. I don't want you unplugging the stream. The viewers don't want you to unplug the stream. Okay, let's go. Oh! That was stupid of me. That was stupid of me. He just jumped off my foot with claws out. Ow. Just ow. Ow. Okay. Okay. How about some video games? That's why we're here, right? Apparently I need to update my Switch. I wonder how long that update is. This is what happens when you don't use your Switch for a little bit. I haven't had a lot of time to play games on my free time, so, you know. That's another reason why I thought this would be a good stream, because I haven't gotten to play this. I haven't been looking up a lot of the information on this game. So, oh good, that took no time at all. So I'm like, okay, let's do something different with the stream. you playing with my sock now? This cat will play with anything. This cat will play with anything. The world is his toy box. User data will be created. Okay. This game saves automatically. Well, that's always nice. Oh, apparently I was supposed to push a button there. I didn't know that. Okay. Toei Tecmo, Force Omega. Okay. Don't check audios. I need to make sure you guys have audio. Because we've been playing Chrono Trigger, so... It sounds like the audio might be too low. In the Elgato. Okay, that sounds better to me. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get too loud when there's fighting and stuff, but... Okay. Okay. I should have made a joke. Press the any button. Which one's the any button? Yeah, I'm sure you've all heard that joke. Okay. Ooh, extras. Cutscene subtitles, nice. I don't know what any of these settings are really. I don't know what settings I'd want to change, I should say. Okay. Okay, let's go into... yeah, we can do normal. I think that's fine. I don't think this matters all that much, but I've always been a fan of classic when it comes to Fire Emblem, so... slow and steady, quick and efficient. Take more time to examine strategically. Okay, keep the action flowing, turn on... I think I want slow and steady, especially for the first time. That's what she said. Oh man, I'm in a mood now. Ah, 8 files, nice. And let's see what we got.
Bloodshed. Will it never come to an end?
That was an opening. I think a lot of people died in that opening.
I know you're napping around here somewhere. On your feet and back to work already, yeah?
If the person's napping, they're probably not listening to you.
Finally. Come on, Sunshine. Up and at 'em.
I hear cats causing trouble. By the way, while that cutscene was playing, the one cat that's been causing me trouble here brought down one of his toys, but he brought the whole thing. Oh, this cat. I'm gonna need to come up with a toy box for him, just so we can keep track of his toys. I swear. Hey, you're playing with toys on the couch. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna choose the female.
Hey, get up already.
Of course, choosing it. Hey there, Hydra. Of course, we're choosing female, because I'm female.
Sorry, what's going on?
What's going
Hey,
on?
that sounds totally like me.
Did your head spring a leak while you were napping? Better see if you can even remember your name.
What's going on? I was taking a nap. Oh, you want me to do something? Well, I was taking a nap. Do I remember my name? I think I have a name. So Shez is the actual name, huh? Okay. Well, I am Rai. Why does everyone in the Fire Emblem universe serve the main character's sleep? I don't know. No, you see, you gotta understand something, Hydra. Not only do they disturb the main character's sleep, they then expect the main character to do everything. Which is probably the whole reason they need all the sleep. Come here, Ziggy. By the way, Hydra, here's Ziggy. Ziggy tried to break the stream already. He managed to somehow unplug the webcam. Don't ask me exactly how, but he managed to do it. His first chance to disturb a stream, and he's already succeeded. Yes, he is formally named Ziggy now. So yeah, the Zigster here tried to break stream already. If we're lucky, you get to see Jackson, but I don't know if I can get him on the couch. I was able to... I don't know how he did that. He's a special cat. Oh, look at that. He's laying down next to me now. Maybe he wants the attention. Alright, Bill, back to the game. Okay, so I am Rai.
Well, looks like there's hope for you yet.
This guy is kind of insulting. Feign indignance or apologize profusely? Well, screw that. I'm not apologizing for nothing. I wanted a nap. I am never going to apologize for wanting a nap. Never.
Back off, you sack of guts. I'm just resting up for the battle.
Oof. Uh-oh. Hey, you two. Uh-oh. RG. We might have a problem. cats may or may not be fighting. I'm not sure. All I know is there was some swiping, and Jackson's behind the futon.
Focus on you, Dean. Yeah, you. Do I need to drag you back up?
We can't tell if the cats are playing or fighting sometimes. It's really hard to tell. They just get noisy. Okay, so back off, you sack of guts. I'm just resting up for battle. See, that is totally me. That is how I feel about someone waking me up from sleep. Okay.
Yeah, well, the battle's on our doorstep, so you're lucky I like you enough to wake you.
Uh-huh. These two have a very love-hate relationship, I see.
You heard who we're up against, yeah? Gerald's mercenaries. Gonna be one hell of a fight if true, especially if the Ashen Demon is here. Don't like a smidge of what I've heard about that fella. Or was it a woman?
Leave it to you to fumble the details. Did you even catch this Ashen Demon's name?
Of course I did. It was... by the goddess, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Well, this guy's got some. Oh, okay, chat. I'll let you guys pick this one. Should we do male or female Byleth? I have no clue if it has any meaning as the game goes on. I know nothing. You want girl? We will go with female. Then. I always liked the design better for female Byleth myself, overall. Oh! We don't have to call her Byleth? We get to name her too? What should we name Byleth? Should we stick with Ruby? I really did not know we were going to get to name both characters. I kind of figured they'd fall into the default names. No, we can't fit Professor. It's only 8 characters. Professor's a little too long. We could do Prof. We could do Jessica. Okay, we could do Jessica. If I could type. Dang, typing on a Switch. There we go. We got Jessica for our professor.
Yeah, that's
And we
it.
know what form this professor really has.
Demon or no demon, our job is to fight and win.
You sound just like the captain. I know they paid up front, but come on.
Well, at least one of you has some courage. You've certainly come a long way since I plucked you from that mountain village. But this battle is about more than just victory. Gerald's team has a sterling reputation. Rumor has it they've never blundered even a single job. But once we put them to rout, we'll finally be the greatest mercenaries in all of Leicester.
That is an
Enemy
interesting
activity
outfit she
detected,
has
Captain.
on. She looks like she
Looks
should
like
be
we'll
a
be
piece
fighting
on a
by moonlight.
chessboard.
Mind you don't kill each other in the dark.
Wasn't expecting a fight so soon, but I guess there's nothing for it. You ready?
Wish him luck. Express your unease. Try to lighten the mood. Shit, I'm lightening the mood. That sounds like fun.
When this is over, we'll all greet the new dawn together.
You sure are a cocky little thing.
Okay, that
But
that
yeah,
wasn't what I
all
thought
right.
that was gonna be.
I'll be there.
I was expecting, some stupid joke.
All right, let's get down to business. We're up against Gerald's mercenaries.
Okay, movement and camera control. Hey, I think I can do this. L is move, R is camera.
Let's move out.
There we go. I've just shown you guys
Straight
everything.
into their graves.
Time to see what you're made of.
Team up with Getz and Lasley to defeat the nearby enemies. Okay, regular attacks are R. X is strong attack. And various combos. Okay.
We're not putting up much of a fight. Are these guys new recruits or something? Guess this means I can mess with them a little.
Myrmidon class action details. Every class has its own unique class action. Rai is currently a Myrmidon. One of my favorite classes, actually. Hold X to charge the class gauge and release it to perform a sweeping attack. You can move while charging. Press and hold X during a strong attack to reduce the charge time. Okay. You know, it's a lot easier when you know the enemy is clearly not fighting back. Woot! We completed something! Whoa, whoa, I am like all of a sudden running into
I
everything.
ain't steak tougher than this. Hey, you! Clear out that group over there.
Defeat the mercenary captain! When an arrow is displayed over an enemy's head, press the R button to lock onto them. While locked on the camera, stay focused on your target. Okay. Move R left or right to change targets. In battle, you can tap various missions. Yes, yes. Guarding and dodging. Hey! I can learn how to dodge! Guard is ZL. And B is dodge. Jesus. Press R to quickly display quick menu 1. With quick menu 1 you can use combat arts or magic. Okay. Use the same multiple times in a row. During combat arts and magic. Ruby is a random name for the professor. The main character is wearing more red. Ah, okay. If its durability gets too low, you'll be unable to use... Okay, this is... Okay. Pick up green tonics to restore your HP. I don't know how much HP I needed considering all
Check out the stronghold over this way, yeah? You get the one over there.
Can't wait to wrap this up so we can all drown ourselves in ale.
Hey, I like how that person thinks. Get a drink? Nice. God, it's been so long since I played games like this. Not since Age of Calamity. And I binged Age of Calamity. I enjoyed that a lot. Battlefields contain bases controlled by the forces in the battle. These serve as an origin point for each side's soldiers. You can capture a base by defeating the base captain. Yep, cheers! So there is a fuzzy animal next to me again. Hey, hey, no playing on the couch. You know that. I don't think you guys are gonna have any problem seeing Ziggy on cam. Drain the Stronghold Captain's stun gauge and defeat them with a critical rush! At times a stun gauge will appear over an enemy commander's head. Continue attacking to completely deplete the gauge. Then press X to perform a critical rush. The stun gauge displays when you land certain attacks against the enemy or when the enemy performs certain moves. The stun gauge displays when hitting an enemy with offensive combat arts or magic, executing a perfect guard, an enemy is preparing to use combat arts or magic, an attack knocks an enemy back. Got it.
Capture complete. The captain ran off ahead of us. Is she gonna be okay?
Master your fear and advance!
Keep your eyes open. We still don't know if the Ashen Demon is here.
And there we go. They keep talking about this Ashen Demon. Ugh. God, can't they come up with something more original for a name? Battlefields contain strongholds that are controlled by the various forces engaged in battle. Enemies and allies alike will slowly regain HP while in a stronghold under their own control. You can capture a stronghold by defeating the stronghold captain. Pick up purple crystals to restore your weapon's durability. Oh, that's neat. Gerald's main force appeared.
Here. We're saved! Now push the enemy back!
About time a foe with some teeth showed up. But they still don't stand a chance against Burling's mercenaries.
Your voice sounds familiar. Like Ruby.
Now, isn't this a sight? You must be the
Yeah,
infamous
Jessica appeared.
Ashen Demon. I can't wait to tear you apart.
This'll be the end of the Ashen Demon. No one can beat the captain.
Oh, I can't go up there. Where can I go? Where can I go beat up some people? What? Why are you blocking me off? I want to go beat up someone. Oh, okay, I can go this way. I think I was trying to attack my own people just now.
It's not over.
Captain.
Yeah, right.
Oh no!
Leslie like she was nothing.
They killed somebody! They killed that person who just wanted ale!
Damn kid.
How could they?
Captain Burling's in trouble. I have to reach her before it's too late.
Did they at least give her a final drink?
There's so many of them. Only one thing to do about that.
When your warrior gauge is full, press A to unleash a warrior special. To fill the warrior gauge, deal damage to enemies, take damage from enemies, pick up the yellow tonics.
I've got you now.
Look at that damage! Look at that! I just did that! That was me! I'm so awesome! Is this guy just like broken? Because he was just standing there and taking it in the face.
I'm all right.
He's still just standing here taking it. There we go. Dude, I was starting to wonder if you remembered how to fight. Now I'm back to wondering if he's broken or something. It doesn't matter. You did, son!
No. Just when my dream was finally in sight. You monster.
The captain's dead. What are we gonna do now?
Says get to Jessica. Hello? Hello? Is someone scary here? You don't look so tough. I mean, look at that stance. You're just holding your arms out. You don't look tough. She actually has that look on her face like, oh, hi, I'm
Stand
Jessica.
down or die.
We're gonna stand. We're gonna fight. We're gonna
Ow.
avenge the captain. Why am I so scared? It's just one mug.
Run! Run while you can!
Ouch. You're gonna die.
No! This can't be happening.
Oh, here's some nice girl-on-girl action here. Yeah. No! Don't drop your sword!
Keep fighting.
Perish with you. The cycle of this world. I will not allow it to perish with you.
Oh no, we're crazy. We've got a voice in our head. I thought this was Fire Emblem.
Where did you get that power?
No idea. It's just what I need to bring
It seems
you
like something out of Astral Chain, that look.
We're here to help.
Damn! Just a random sleepy girl talks to you too. Yeah.
Interesting.
Did these
Fighting
things
like an
happen to drop,
entirely
you
different
know,
person.
health? Or can I just not die now?
Everyone, fall back.
Sorry, but this fight is over.
Hey, wait!
Why? We've achieved our goal. Your job was to stop us, and you failed. Another time, perhaps.
Hey, we're not done here! Wait, why am I so tired?
Well, you kind of got possessed by something, and... By the way, do you guys see this thing above my finger? That's Ziggy.
Huh? Where am I?
Talk about a cat that blends in with the
You're
couch.
awake.
Not sure I would have been able to sleep at night with your blood on my hands.
Demon! Ask the speaker's name. Ask what's going on. Try to place the voice. I think I'd probably be asking, who the hell are you?
Who are you?
No, that's not how I'd say
Now
it.
that is a tricky question. For the moment, why don't you call me Arval?
Arval, huh?
But for now, let me speak plain. You are slated to die.
That's
Right
lovely.
now, I'm the only thing holding your meager life together. And to be blunt, it's beginning to tire me.
Thank you?
Oh, my. That's the first time anyone has ever shown me gratitude. And I must say, I like it very much. Hear me well. You are a crucial piece of this world's cyclical... no, this will never do. You're far too groggy to absorb what I'm saying.
And you got the shit beaten out of you as well as possessed. This guy looks like the spider demon from Demon Slayer. Hey there, Laura. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good... What day of the week is this again? Oh, right, it's Wednesday. Yoshi! Why did that double? Did I just hear Yoshi go off twice? We were having issues with the, sound alerts yesterday. Maybe they're just still being weird. But yeah, welcome in, Alora. I had time today, so we're checking out the Fire Emblem Three Hopes demo.
For now, I needn't tell you how you'll get back on your feet. I need only convince you that you will.
Oh no, not a migraine. Oh god, I hate those, Alora. You take care of yourself. Because those are not fun. Well, here's something for you, Alora. If I move the camera just slightly, you can actually make out that that is a cat on the back of the couch. That cat is Ziggy. He's one of our new boys. He, at the start of stream, actually broke the webcam. Yeah. But, yeah, the Aurora's locked up right now. And the boys are out roaming. Thanks, it's actually giving me a chance to get a couple projects done. Well, at least that's good. No, they aren't the same person. Cutie is adorable. Of course, it'd be better if you could see his face instead of his ass, but whatever. So where would we? Arval was saying... Was it Arval? It's Arval now. That's easy to say. For now, I needn't tell you how you'll get back on your feet. I need only convince you that you will. Is this a dream or back on my feet? Huh. I think I'd probably be trying to pinch myself.
Is this a dream? I remember collapsing, but then...
Since my kitchen doesn't have much light, I made a bunch of baby food. That is good. Baby needs to eat.
You're half right, which also means you're half wrong. But full marks for effort. Still, the important thing is what you do after you wake.
And what should that be?
Recall, please, how the Ashen Demon bested you. Came within an inch of snuffing out your life. If you attempt the fight again the same way, you will reach the same conclusion.
Wait, you mean the definition of insanity, you know, doing everything, expect a different result, isn't the solution to everything?
This would force me to step in once more, which would be most annoying and also rather counterproductive, if I'm honest.
Swear not to lose, vow to become stronger. What's a vow?
Then I'll get stronger. The woman I am now will seem like a little kid in comparison.
She's cocky. I like it.
And one day, I will surpass the Ashen Demon. I swear it.
Indeed.
My captain and comrades are dead. The company is finished, so there's only one thing I can do. Start over.
Huh. I thought you to be more sentimental. Did they not take you in? Care for you?
Gold's the only thing that ever held us together, and death is something we're all too used to.
Yeah, I think she's got a point.
I never knew my real parents, and I lost the mother who raised me. Parting's just come easy to me, I guess. The best way to honor my fallen comrades is by training hard and growing even stronger. Then I'll crush Geralt's mercenaries, and the Ashen Demon with them. That's what I'm going to live for now.
Oh, but I like your spirit. Though I expected no less from my partner in destiny.
I don't like him. He's gonna backstab us somehow. I don't know how, but he's gonna backstab
I'm
us.
sorry, what?
Yes, I suppose that was a bit sudden. I should remember, take intimacy in smaller steps.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Intimacy? Slow down, dude. Slow down. I haven't agreed to anything yet.
The point is that I'm here to guide you, and I promise to help you find the strength to see your dreams realized.
Oh, there we go. Now you can see the kitty, Alara. You gonna hold still for me, buddy? Maybe. Oh, hey, Ziggy. Ziggy. There we go. Here's Ziggy. You came up to me, I remind you. Okay. You don't trust Rui either? Who's Rui? Are you saying you don't trust me? You don't trust Rai? How can you not trust Rai? I'm awesome. Okay, that was the end of the beginning. Woo! We made it through something!
Prologue. A chance encounter. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a goddess, has existed for uncountable ages. Now, 3 ruling powers control the land. To the south is a region held for more than 1,000 years by the Adrestian Empire. To the north is the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights.
I kind of
And
figured,
to
Hydra.
the
I was just
east,
picking on
a
you.
league of nobles that bends no knee rules the Leicester Alliance. Though once consumed in war, these 3 powers now exist in relative harmony.
Oh, that's
Nestled
where you got
between
that
them
name.
is
That
Garrick
spelling.
Mott
Okay.
Monastery, seat of the
I've never
Church of
seen Demon
Seros,
Slayer.
the land's widely practiced faith, and a power that helps to maintain peace across the continent. Not far from the monastery, at the northern edge of the empire, is a small village called Ramire, and west of this place stretches a forest where a lone mercenary awaits.
Hey, you think that lone mercenary's us?
Hey, wake up!
I should probably clarify, natural light, there's not much. My dad put in enough lights, you can probably see my kitchen from space at night. But for my grades during the day, it's the perfect spot in the house. That makes a lot of sense.
Ugh, how many times must we do this? Get up already!
Man, we are always being woken
That's
up.
weird.
Why won't anyone let us sleep? Like, really, let us have some rest. This is gonna be the journey for a bed. Let me go take a look. Oh yeah, I can see the similarities for sure.
I could have sworn I heard someone calling me. It's still dark out, though.
So I'm hearing voices again. Not only am I hearing voices, but voices are trying to wake me up all the time.
Hello, yes, I was calling you. Many times, I might add.
Come on, I told you not to sneak up on me like that.
Is it sneaking up on you when he's in your head?
As if I have a choice. Do you know how many times you would have died by now if not for me? I'll tell you. 22.
Hey, that's a good number. 22? It's a 2 and a 2. Isn't that supposed to be some lucky thing with numbers that do... I don't know. I'm just making comments.
The 3 times you leapt off a cliff to quote-unquote get tougher saved you. Those 5 mad attempts to dispatch a horde of monsters by yourself saved you. And tonight, despite my repeated warnings, you took the wrong path and ended up having to sleep on a bed of leaves in the middle of the woods.
Okay, everybody. I gotta switch it back over to the cam. Jackson. This is Jackson, everybody. This is our other boy. Look up, let them see you, Jackson. Yes, this is our other boy. Jackson is around 6 years old. He is very skitterish. He doesn't like loud noises and plastic. He actually is very scared of plastic bags. He was probably abused before we rescued him. And even though he has a habit of lashing out when he gets scared, he is a super loving and affectionate cat. Jackson. Oh, you want to sit? Okay, Jackson's gonna sit over here, it looks like. Here, I'll let you guys see him a little bit more before we go back to the game. So yeah, so this is Jackson. He's slightly underweight. We're still working on getting him some weight. But yeah, you may not get to see him on cam super often. We'll have to see how much he likes the couch as he gets more and more freedom. Yesterday was the first day he actually came on the couch with me. So I'm happy to see that he, you know, just did it again. So, yeah. Alright, there you guys go. Now you've gotten to meet both new kitties. They're probably going to end up needing to be locked up soon. We don't want to keep Aurora locked up for a huge length of time. She doesn't have a litter box in the bedroom. He likes pets. He also likes to... He's a headbutter cat, too. Let's see. You want a headbutt? Yeah, he's a headbutter kitty. I can see if he'll take a treat from me. We haven't quite gotten them completely. Here. You want a treat? Okay, it looks like he's willing to take it. He's just not willing to take it from my hand. And Ziggy doesn't know what it means to shake a container, so if Ziggy comes back over, I'll let him have some treats. Oh, he is over. Okay, Ziggy, come here. Ziggy, you want some treats too? Come on. Come on, Ziggy. Come on up so they can see you. Here, you want another one? Here, come over here. Come here. Come here. Okay, there's Ziggy. Oh, here, you can have another. Okay, you know, I usually want to give Aurora a couple of these, Jackson. You're being a little greedy. Okay, one more each. One more each, guys. Okay, there you guys go. There you go. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. No, Ziggy wants the container. Okay, guys, no more treats for the moment. No more treats, okay. Okay. So yeah, the black one is Ziggy. The orange one is Jackson. Oh, yeah. So thank you for those treats, and yes, I definitely say there were yeses. Jackson knows what a treat container is. Just a question of if he wanted to eat for me or not. He'll only take it from one area on the floor because he's a weird. Aurora will eat from my hand. We've actually gotten to the point where she 100% eats from my hand, more often than not. Okay, Jackson, you want to lay back down? We're gonna go back to the game. I'm gonna go back to the game. Hey, Glessy! Yes, we just did stream kitty time. This is Jackson. Oh, well, he just left. We have 3 cats in the house now. Ah, kitty. I know right now I'm trying to give an explanation. You see, we've got 3 cats in the house now. Oh, no, kitty. Come on, kitty. I'm trying to explain about the kitties. No, kitty, I'll get to you later. Come on, buddy. No, kitty. No. I need to talk about the other kitties. Yeah. So we have 3 cats in the house. Aurora, the female, she's our oldest. We've had her the longest. She's the only one that has complete reign of the house right now. Oh crap. Excuse me. Ziggy is on a counter that he's not supposed to be on. Ziggy! You start talking about the cats and they start misbehaving. So anyway, there's Aurora the female. She has the full reign of the house. Then the orange one is Jackson. He's starting to get free reign of the house. He seems to be getting along pretty well with Aurora. So we're hopeful that in the next few days or by next week, we won't have to lock him up anymore. And then Ziggy is the last one. He's the youngest. He is a troublemaker. And he has to be locked up until his hormones reside because he was freshly neutered when we got him. And every time he's seen Aurora, he has wanted to jump her. So he is locked up and inaccessible to Aurora until all those get through his system, which we're getting closer, but it's clear he's still got some, and so we don't know, maybe another couple weeks before we can even start considering him outside, getting free reign of the house. So it's been kind of an adventure. That's why you guys haven't gotten to see them before on camera. Exactly, Glessy, exactly. Alright, so let's go back. Why don't we head back over to the game? We should be doing some shout outs. Hydra, do you know how to shout out? We haven't been doing these enough. As much. I'll do the first one. So you can see how. So we're gonna shout out Glessy. Glessy's an awesome streamer. Haven't been by Glessy's stream in a while. I don't know if you've been streaming much. I can't keep track of these things, but Glessy's awesome. So Hydra, if you want to shout out Alora, I just showed you what to do, what to put in. So I'll let you practice doing that. Okay, so where were we on the game? So, and tonight, despite my repeated warnings, you took the wrong path and ended up having to sleep on a bed of leaves in the middle of the woods. So we've got we're bad with directions, apparently. You know, who isn't? I used to get lost with maps. Defend yourself, think about your mistakes, apologize for your act. No, I'm defending myself! Anybody can get lost.
Hey, you could at least let me pick my own directions. Though I admit I might have taken a wrong turn.
I'm streaming on and off on Saturdays, but at a much earlier time. That might be why I haven't been able to catch ya. And thank you for that, Hydra. Yeah, be sure to check out Mountains of Mayhem as well. Alora is still working towards affiliate, so we want to make sure we give her a hand. She's going to be showing off her garden and things like, and sewing and, you know, probably some games in there too. It's a lot of fun over there. I mod her channel, so, you know, you'll see me. And, you know, if you like me, you know, if I'm going to be modding for her, you know, that tells you everything you need to know, right? Yeah, time zones suck, Glessy. Sometimes, for sure. Oh well. Such is life, right?
Finally, some humility. That's almost reassuring. I was starting to think you were incapable of self-reflection. At any rate, we all make a few mistakes along the way. And by we, I mean you. And by a few, I mean far, far more than average.
Hello, Trouble. Trouble just brought me a ball. No balls on the couch. I'm trying to teach him not to play on the couch. I don't want him clawing the couch just to play. But he does like to bring me stuff on the couch, that's for sure.
Now then, with that out of the way, would you like to know why I've roused you from your mud-caked slumber?
I mean, for someone sleeping in the mud, she looks really good.
Actually, it's probably easier to show rather than tell at this point. Look over there, if you would.
Hey, Misty! Doing pretty good. Had time today to sit down and do one of these day streams I haven't done in who knows how long. So that's been nice. We've all got to watch the kiddies try to sabotage the stream, which has been fun too. So, you know, it's doing pretty good. Finding reason to smile today. How are you today, Misty? The kitty. I'm so glad this cat is easy to pick up, so I could just be like, hey, look, guys, here's the cat again. Oh, well, sometimes life, doesn't give you lemonade. They just give you the lemons. So sometimes you do lose that reason to smile. Like, I certainly wasn't smiling last week when I was sick as a dog. That mud treatment is doing wonders for her face. That's why she sleeps there. I mean, look at that! Perfection! If I knew sleeping in mud would give me that, I'd do it all the time, too.
Stop plowing ahead, Claude. You're going
Hey,
to get
look!
us lost.
I know those guys!
Lost schmost. We've got it on Imperial authority that this is the way to the village.
True, I said there was a village, but how could anyone know where it is in the thick of these mountains? I can't even say for certain where we are in all this gloom.
Okay, new plan. I'll rely on my keen senses to navigate. Lucky for you, they're sharp as an arrow.
Hold, both of you.
Someone's here. Another bandit, perhaps?
This leads into the question, for those of you that have played Three Houses, what was your first route? Mine was Blue Lion. I started with Dimitri. And I still technically haven't played the other two routes. It took me so long to get through Dimitri, I burned out. And just haven't really gone back. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad. I don't want your damn lemons. What the hell am I supposed to do with these? Demand to see a life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down. With the lemons. I'm gonna get my engineers to invent a combustible lemon that burns your house down. Nice. Misty, I'm not surprised you did Edelgard. That does seem fit you. Man, Hydra was with Claude. We have the full spectrum here today. One for each house. I don't know, it just seems like she's cute. And from some of your comments, it just seems like, you know, you'd like the cute girl. Am I wrong? I mean, Dimitri, let's face it, kind of has a stick up his ass. And Claude is the jokester. It just kind of seems like the cute girl would be more you. I'm cool with that. I want to be the cute girl. Dimitri is adorable and he goes dark. He does. Hey, I love Dimitri. Claude is, yeah, Claude's different. I'll give, that's all I can say about Claude. He's different.
They're mistaking you for some common backwater thief. What cheek.
Well, hold on there. I'm no bandit. I'm a mercenary.
Well, like I said, last week I was... Misty, last week I was so sick, we almost ended up taking me to the ER. And at one point I was in so much pain, I actually was almost would have rathered someone put me out of my misery than deal with it. I dealt with it, obviously. But, I was not in a good place last week, so... And even I get my dark spells. God gave you a very large reason to smile. Is it you? Wink, wink, you know what I mean. Wink, wink. I love Claude. He's secretly caring and smart. I think Claude's just weird compared to... Hey! No, don't you, Dan, how dare you... I didn't mean that! I didn't mean it like that! Like... Though I can understand where that... how that would have sounded that way. More like big personality, big... I'm sorry, I did not mean to call you fat. That was an oops. I was meaning that in a nice way, not a, you know, mean, insulting way. Did I find out what was wrong? Yes, I found out what was wrong. I shouldn't have taken the damn pills. That was what was wrong. It was all negative reaction to the medication. It was terrible. I mean, I'm joking. I mean, I'm fat, but I'm not mad at all. I wear my weight very well. Hey, that's a good mindset to have when it comes to weight. I think I wear my weight terribly. I'm still working on that one. I need to work on the belly. I'm not happy with how I look all that much right now. I get by, but I need to hit a gym. Let's start workout streams. Who wants to do workout streams? Who was the person that used to do workout videos. We need to do that again. Get a bunch of people in leotards and let's do workout streams. I need to work on it as well. You're never going to be happy with it. Probably not, you know. I think weight's always something we're all going to be a little upset with. Hello, kitty. Richard Simmons. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's what we all need. Yeah, let's go. Let's do the working out. We're going to make it look fabulous, everybody. Let's do it. Let's do it. See, I miss doing the day streams. You guys get a much different ride during the day. I have different energy. Even Finn is mad about his weight and he eats like 600 calories a day. How can you live on that? I like food too much to live on that. I like antibiotics help sometimes. There's a reason why they tell you to only take them if you need it. Exactly. Yeah, you have that Hydra. We'll do workout streams. It'll be fun. We'll have to do we'll get cheesy ass leotards do workout streams. Okay, the cat is now laying partly on my leg. You want to do workout streams too, kitty? Ziggy wants to work out. Ziggy does want to work out. Here we go. There's it. There we go. You guys can kind of see Ziggy as he lays on me. I'll make your deal if you are serious about doing workout streams. I don't know how serious I am about doing workout streams necessarily, though I have thought about it from time to time, like Sunday morning, you know, just like something. I don't have a bike, Alora. I can only walk. I have to use these things called feet. I keep talking about getting I kept wanting to get a bike and then it just didn't happen, and now I don't know if it's in the budget. Oh, well, that might be a different story than if you have an extra. 2 hours straight of Let's Dance. I do not have Let's Dance, but I have thought about it from time to time. About picking up a copy. Hydra and I will discuss. That might be doable, Misty. It might be doable. It'll be hilarious, but it might be doable. I think it could be worth discussing. It's my mom's, but since she just said knee replace, she can't choose it for a while. Ah. Good to know. See, we just turned this stream is really becoming just chatting with a game possibly in the background. We don't get many of these kind of streams. No. Well, what do you define as a break, Misty? Like 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Like, where do you hit the long break? I need a new bike. I've wanted a bike for years, Glessy. I really have. See, I have Ring Fit. I actually do have Ring Fit. I've never tried to stream it, but I actually do have Ring Fit. I haven't done it in a while either. But Ring Fit's a lot of fun. But yeah, I think my question still remains. You have to maintain a heart rate. So basically, the breaks would be long enough to drink some water, and then you're back in. No promises. I'd have to get the game and see what even an hour would be like. But I might be able to do that. Sounds like Hydra might not be, but I might be willing to take up that challenge. What do you guys think? Would you guys want to watch a Let's Dance stream? Because if it's something that a bunch of you guys would like, you know, I mean, as long as you don't mind watching the blob that is me trying to dance, I could be open to doing some of these things. Help motivate me to get some exercise I could really use. So let me know, chat, what you think. Discord, Twitter, whatever. If you want to see some Futon Crusader exercising, no guarantee of BRG. It would probably just be me. But I think I might be open to that. And of course, you gotta tell me what you'd like to see exactly. Thank you, Alora. I appreciate that. I'm going to try to get better generally. I'll support you. I'm always open to exercise. I used to be an athlete. I played soccer from pretty much the time I could walk through high school, and then I even played softball off and on. And then I coached and did indoor soccer for bits in college. So I've always liked exercising, but once I got out of, team sports, it did become a lot harder for me to get out there and exercise. But it is something I always did enjoy, was going out for a walk, being out in the fresh air, being out on the field with people, kicking a ball around. I ran an 1890-minute 3-mile once upon a time. Now I get winded waking up. That is an impressive 3-mile. Dang. I was always a short distance runner, so I would never been able to do that. I always had no stamina. Oh! Hi! You guys get to see me from another angle because the cat has attacked the webcam again. Same cat, by the way. Same cat. I think he has a vendetta against the webcam. Ugh. What I'm hearing is it's time to get together for outdoor activities. Yeah, probably. Actually, Alora, the pool in my complex should be open. Possibly now. So, but yes, getting old really does suck. If you are young out there, if you're watching and you're still young, live it up. Because once you get old, yeah. It's all downhill from there. You hear that, little guy? Well, if I win this lottery, I'm getting tons of surgery. Oh my god, the things most of us would probably do with lottery money. But I wish you luck. I wish you luck, Misty. Win that lottery. You deserve it. I used to regularly play the lottery. I don't anymore. I fell off. Things happened. I stopped buying my regular lotto ticket. $1 million. Heck, God, I'd take $500,000. Things you could do with $500,000 would be great too. 243 million. Well, shit. That's retirement money. You can do whatever you want. You could buy servants. Man, that's a nice amount of money. You'd never have to worry a thing again in your life with that kind of money. Chat, what would you guys do if you won?
Look at this.
Oh.
It's a new super subscriber.
Thank you for that resub, Alora. Thank you, thank you. I was just about to servants on buying a personal chef. Oh my god, a personal chef. I didn't even think of that. Yes! 100% a personal chef. That would be awesome. Hey, oh, what? Why is my mic moving now, too? Excuse me for a second, everyone. Hey! Take the... The cat is trying to destroy the stream. But a personal chef and a personal food slapper. It is a slapper, not a shopper. It's a slapper. They slap your food. That's how you know your food's good, because somebody comes in and slaps it all the time. I buy land and build my dream home. Same here, Laura. Honestly, I would get my dream home. But I'd also travel a lot. I'd do a lot of traveling if I had the money. Wait, that wasn't a typo? I figured if you meant to write shopper and it auto-corrected. What is a food slapper? I didn't know this was a real thing. I seriously thought it was a joke. Hey there, Coop! How you doing? We are apparently just kind of chatting with the game in the background. A food slapper is a person who follows behind you and slaps the food out of your hand before you eat it. I didn't know that was a job. I did not know that was actually a job. The more you know, do. I did not get a chance to watch the video. I realized as soon as I went live that I hadn't gotten around to it. So I promise you I will watch it after today's stream, because we went basically to bed right after yesterday. But I promise you, I've got a note, and oh, you want me to air it here? Okay, you know what? What the heck? When you guys, we're delayed on the game anyway. Let's watch the video. Why not? It's going pretty well. With the stream of playing the Fire Emblem demo has somehow turned into just chatting with cats and stuff. So, but you know what? Sometimes that happens. So give me a second to cue this up. We're gonna watch this video that Misty has sent us. Everyone forgot there was a game. Yeah, exactly. No, what game? There's a game? Okay, I'm not set up for this necessarily. So give me a second. Okay, I need to put this so that we can see it, but that Misty can see my reaction. So what if I move over here? Okay. We need to full screen it. Okay, you guys, okay. I need to be like right here. Okay, how's this work? Here we go, chat. You know what? We're just going to sleep the game for a sec so we don't hear it. Okay, let's see.
I can't show you much, buddy. I can't stand up. Tucking was too uncomfortable. I didn't want to do it. You're just gonna have to deal with not being able to see it. But I do have like this cute little bunny tail. Pretty nifty. Anyway. Oh, come on.
That is a nice quality bunny suit.
I do want to talk about something. I've been away for a while, and I don't think I told any of you why.
There we go, chat. That is Finster. Pushing wrong buttons now. That is one of Misty's favorite streamers in a bunny suit. That was a good quality bunny suit. Because there's a lot of people out there that I need to watch Misty. And it's hard to watch as many people as I would like to watch. And sometimes I don't get to watch streams at all, and I get sad. Okay, Hydra left to go donate blood. Some friends and I have talked about buying several houses that have backyards that back up together, and we take the fences down and make a massive yard. That would actually be kind of cool. As long as people don't start fighting, you're all good. But yeah, that was a good quality suit though. And dang, I wish I looked that good in a bunny outfit. How much to get Rye in a bunny suit? It's actually been a while since we last dressed up for stream. I'm trying to think the last time we actually did a dress up. It might have actually been the Mario stream. We haven't done many guests in the past, 6 months. Unless you're jealous of a 22-year-old man in a Playboy bunny outfit. Yeah, well, I mean, I probably look that good at 22. Maybe more like 20. There was a time when I looked good in costumes, I think. I can't remember anymore. But anyway, yes, we're having crazy time. I should probably try to get back to the game, but we keep getting distracted. Which is awesome at the same time, though. This is exactly why I miss the day streams. I haven't been able to do these day streams in so long. This is the kind of stuff I want in these day streams. These are awesome stuff, and I forgot to do a shout, and I should do a shout out again. Because Coop is a streamer too. And actually, Misty, if you want to drop Finn's Twitch in chat, that's fine too. I don't mind. I have grown thicker over the years. Definitely. It's been a gradual thickness, but I definitely grew thicker. Imagine being 22. Wouldn't be me. I honestly can't remember what I was like at 22 anymore. Let's see. I would have been in college. Actually, I probably would have been pretty unhealthy. I was probably drinking way too much coffee. Stressing out over books. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have looked that great at 22. You're welcome, Coop. You're welcome. One of the things I always liked doing during the day streams is getting all those shout-outs out. Was give everybody recognition that deserves it. And I haven't been able to do that as much. For a lot of different reasons, but mostly it's a little harder for me to do it during the main streams. Because we're trying to play through the games quickly and all that stuff. So I always like these streams where I could just talk with you guys, shout you guys out, have some fun, maybe play a video game. Thank you for that, Misty. So if the Bunny Boy interests you guys, there's the link to go check him out. Here, Misty, I don't even know if I've actually gotten... I don't think I actually follow him. I follow so many people, but let's change that, okay? Let's change that. This way we can make sure at some point I can get over to the stream. Because I don't think I do. I love chill streams. There's Misty showing off 46 months. We have been streaming a very long time. We met Misty during the... Yeah, I think the very first Last of Us session, or you told us to play Last of Us, and you saw... Did we meet you after doing Mario, and then... I just remember you were there for Last of Us. 100%. One of the few that saw all the craziness, and got to see me shoot a wall live. Yes, I shoot walls, chat. I shoot walls. Here. Yep, here it is. Here it is. Give me 1 second. We're gonna cue this up. Everyone's gotta see this.
But let me...
Whoa. That was a little loud. Here you go, guys. I'm gonna show you guys all this clip. If you haven't seen this clip, this is one of our most famous clips. At least in my opinion. Okay, you guys ready for this? Here we go. This is from Last of Us. Years ago.
Yeah, but let me check the doors real quick.
Oh, thank you.
How do I have this sprinkle? That's new.
Oh, wait, you said slow down.
You're full. You need to take a shot at something. Hold on. You know what? This one sucks. Fuck that wall. There we go. Fuck that wall. Hey, I gotta draw up these shells.
And that is the famous wall, the wall shot scene. And Misty, I'm pretty sure you were there in I think you saw that live. I'm sure you were there for that 100%. Oh, you're welcome, Coop. We had a wheel going yesterday during stream. And Locke got a gifted sub, but since he was already subbed to the channel, we just gifted it out to the community. So, hey, I have a t-shirt. You guys want to see the t-shirt? I made a t-shirt for shooting the wall. Because shooting the wall. I'm never living that down, but at the same time, that's like the best clip on the channel. No questions asked. But we actually did make merch of that. You actually see it in the merch. Not in the stickers, in the shirts, hoodies, and mugs merch. We actually have a shirt for shooting the wall. I had my cousin make it when we did Last of Us Part 2. And then I got one made. So I actually do have a shirt for it. You know, Disgaea wasn't bad. I just don't think it was great to watch on stream. It was a lot of fun, though. It just took so long for us to get through that I think by the end we were kind of burned out. Well, I know I was burned out. I was doing all the extra grinding to make sure we didn't have to grind so much on stream. But Disgaea was a lot of fun. I keep telling myself one of these days I'm going to go back and play Disgaea again, but I just haven't. I have too many other games to play. How about The Last of Us Part 1 remake? That one's fun. Damn dirty wall. You know it. Damn dirty wall. And the wall did deserve it. 100%. That wall definitely deserved to die. But since I did post the merch, I'll do the quick little spiel. You can see some of the stickers behind me on the house. I can't direct finger 2-point stickers. There's a hat somewhere. Can't see the hat right now. Yeah, there's a chair in the way. There's a hat. So, yeah, we got lots of merch. Lots of fun merch. There's mugs. I'm at the last HBO Max's The Last of Us show. That looks... I'm actually not sure what to say about that yet. I've seen the pictures. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job with sets. I'm not... because of how the games are, translating that into the live action, I mean, it really probably for me will depend on how well the actors do. I need to see I need to see a trailer. Or at the very least I need like a clip. So I can really see the actors in the roles. Because that's probably going to sell me more on it than how they look. Wait, did they actually show a picture? Okay, I must have missed that. I didn't know they showed anything of the clickers. I was not aware that there was an image of the clickers. I knew there was images of the actors. Oh, okay. Yeah, if clickers aren't terrifying, that is gonna be a pretty good negative on the show. I think. 'Cause, yeah, those things should be very terrifying. I mean, the way they're detailed in the game alone already makes them pretty terrifying. I do have an HBO Max account, so we probably will watch it when it comes out. I don't know when it's coming out though, but we'll probably at least give it a chance, as long as we have a current account at the time. And if they are doing the actual first game, Joel is such a brutal bad guy. Remember when he popped dude's kneecaps? I do not necessarily remember that, but I'm not going to say it didn't happen. I shot guys in the dick. I'm the dick shooter. That's why we have an emote for it.
Done with the demo already?
No, we ended up in just chatting mode.
Oh.
RG wanted to know what was going on because we're just talking. Yeah, the demo kind of ended up in the background. We finally got to meet the three characters, the three house leaders, and now we're distracted. Do you need to get the boys locked up? And will it be checked on Aurora? Just make sure she's okay. If we're keeping them out, we just gotta make sure she doesn't eat the litter box. Ellie was taken, and he was like, "Where is she?" And he was like, "I'm not telling you." And Joel was like, "I ain't got time for this." Maybe I do remember that. That does now ring a little more of a bell. Is anyone else in chat excited for the Last of Us TV show as opposed to game? From the pictures they showed of the remake of the game, I'm not really seeing where they're doing much. Hello, kitty. Misty, I might have to double check that later. YouTube, apparently, unlike the Twitch clips, doesn't seem to like me when I'm streaming. That thing is buffering hard. Hard. We'll just give it, a few minutes. In the meantime, look, guys, Jackson came back. If you guys haven't gotten to meet him, this is Jackson, one of our 2 new kitties. He has a sweetheart that scares easily. Come here, Jackson. And let them see you. He is definitely a lover, not a fighter type. And there you go. Better image of him. He's about 6. He has only about half of his teeth. Netflix is doing Sandman in August. You know, I'd be more comfortable if it wasn't Netflix. They cancel things so quickly. And they spread their money too thin sometimes. But, you know, it could still be good. I just sometimes don't trust Netflix. I mean, Netflix also had... Oh, they put out a lot of shows, and then they cancel them pretty quickly. Like, they go for the bulk. No, I've seen a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people were pissed over 6th Sense, for example. They had to beg to get that completed. Because Netflix had canceled it. And the fans had to outcry just to get it to come back. And of course, there's some... I never watched it, I just know about the outcry on that one. I had a friend that watched it and was pissed. And then I know I tried to watch a few of their shows that I couldn't believe they even greenlit. Can't remember what they were. Just remember I didn't like them. I remember one of them was Marco Polo. That was awful. I could not stand that. Hey, you guys, you're getting full kitty time. Kitty's just like pet me, and there's all the hair coming off my hands. No, do you guys want the game? Should I go back to the game anytime? No, it was something. I don't remember what it was called, Misty. I didn't watch it. I just know there was a lot of outcry, and people were very pissed, and then I think they ended up finishing it with a movie. Because that was all they could get Netflix to agree upon after they canceled it abruptly. No, Firefly was Fox. No, this was 100% Netflix. I just can't... Yep. I know people wanted Netflix to pick up Firefly. Let's see if I can find it. I just know it was this... I've never seen Warrior Nun. I mean, because of Disney, Netflix had to cancel all the Marvels before their time. Except for, like, one. Only one of the Marvels got to finish on Netflix. No, none of them are on Netflix. They're all on Disney Plus now. Yeah, and honestly, I think Disney was kind of... I feel like Disney should have let those shows finish. Okay, it was Sense 8, Misty. That was the one that got canceled when they didn't want it to be. And fans had to cry out to get it, get a conclusion. Apparently it was abruptly canceled and they had to fight for an ending. Well, apparently people liked it. Like I said, I never watched it. I just had a friend that did and loved it. And was pissed, so... But you see, everyone has different tastes. Everyone has different tastes. I just know I hear about, oh, Netflix canceled X number of shows again. And it's like, okay. I just think Netflix should focus on keeping more shows and than canceling things after 2 seasons all the time. Of course, I feel that way about a lot of streaming services. Give us start to finish. Contract people to finish their shows instead of by season to season. I would rather have quality over 100 shows a year. I don't complain about not getting anything new. That's for sure. I don't watch most things when they're new anyways. But by the time I get to them, it's like, okay, this got canceled. Oh, I guess I'm not going to watch this after all. So I stop watching anything because I'll be like, okay, did this get finished? Nope. Okay, moving on. What's next on the list? Oh, this one? Oh, no, this one. Oh, here's one that didn't. I am always a few years behind on shows. Well, I do have that tendency, but I usually am when I'm watching something new. I'm usually a few seasons behind. I don't get... Most likely, if I start a show, it's going to have probably at least 3 seasons before I even get to it. And it's just because I don't watch things very fast. We don't get through shows anymore. I can't binge like I used to. I mean, I'm sitting here streaming when I could be watching something. So obviously I'm not watching TV right now. So that's why when I do finally sit down, I want to know what I'm sitting down is meaningful. It's good. Or at least it was good enough to, you know, last for a little bit. Or if it's not good enough that it lasted a little bit, it at least got a proper ending. Shows deserve proper endings. Not rushed endings. Proper endings. They should always give creators a chance to go, hey, we want to end your show. How do you want it to end? Instead of, oh, guess what? You're done. Boom. End of story. But I'm probably in a minority on some of that stuff. Probably. This cat is just eating up the attention. You too, Allura? Yeah. Hey, what time is it? It's almost 3 o'clock. How long have I been going for, anyway? 2 hours. I played the game for like, what, a half hour? Oops. Oh, yeah, Misty. You have a nice nap. Maybe we'll actually, go back to the game. Does that sound good, chat? You guys want to see gameplay again? At least a little bit of gameplay again. Oh, let's see what we could do. Look, if I keep the cam there, you can still watch the cat. Okay, where were we? Where were we? We were talking to the 3 house leaders. And I think they were accusing us of being an enemy. Or something. Oh wait, there's a log. Okay, okay, Claude, okay, new plan. I'll rely on my keen senses to navigate. Lucky for you, they're as sharp as an arrow. Hold on, both of you. Someone's here, another bandit perhaps. I'm mistaking you for some common backwater thief with cheek. Hold on there. I'm no bandit, I'm a mercenary. Okay, there we go. We are caught up. We're declaring ourselves to be a mercenary and not a bandit.
Well, that makes everything better.
A bandit would be far less out of place in these woods than a sellsword. What brings you here?
We've no time for an interrogation. Our pursuers are closing in.
I don't know who you people are or what you want, but I think introductions can wait. You clearly need every blade you can find, and my pockets have been feeling awfully light lately. What do you say?
Ooh, I like her. She wants money. Smart lady. Battlefield. Oh, we already heard about the battlefields. Okay, now let's see if I remember
Well,
how to
since you're
play
here,
this again.
Do you mind stepping in and helping us chase off these scary bandits?
Don't worry about payment. You'll receive plenty of coin. If we survive battles.
Defeat the thief. Okay. I changed classes and now a flugel? Flugel? Okay. Learned a unique ability. There are 3 types of unique abilities: action, support, and tactical. Battle, press LX to check the class and unique abilities of the unit you are currently controlling. Whoa, I think that's my ability. Is I kind of dash through things. See that? Costas.
Kill them all!
Alright, defeating more thieves. I just realized I'm using 2 swords now. Ha! I'm faster than you! Neener, neener, neener! Advantage icons will be displayed on the minimap or above enemy commanders' heads when you have an effect that offers you an advantage against them. The more advantageous effects you have against the enemy, the more up arrows there will be, the easier it will be to decrease their stun gauge. The enemy will also get knocked back more easily when attacked. Advantage can be determined by class. Check class abilities on the status screen to see detailed information on which classes have a strong advantage against which enemies. Being a fighter class equipped with an axe, Edelgard has a strong advantage against lance-wielding enemies.
I'll deal with things here.
Whoa! When did you switch me?
For dealing with heavily
It tricked me! It just was like, hey, guess what? We're gonna switch you. What? Pick up a resource pouch and you require resources like ingredients and ore after the battle. The value of the resources depends on the color of the pouch, from best to worst. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue.
And that's how it's done.
Don't overstep, Edelgard.
My guess is it's gonna keep switching me between the...
Well, I suppose my turn has arrived.
Okay, use up or down to change the unit you currently control, and you can also select a unit to control from the order screen. Dimitri is a soldier class with a strong advantage against sword-wielding enemies, so switch to him when fighting enemies with swords.
take a breather.
I've awaited this moment. I won't allow anyone to stop me.
You're making me feel bad for the enemy, Jason.
So I wonder if the last one's gonna have,
But it was you or me?
Just who are these people anyway?
mounted.
All three of them have crests.
Units with crests can trigger crest effect under certain conditions. You can find details about crest effects by selecting details on the status screen and hovering over the crest name.
What's wrong with you? They're just a bunch of brats.
I destroy
Stop
landscape.
embarrassing
I haven't
yourself
tried that
and
yet.
stand your ground already.
Apparently not.
Is it Claude time? I think it's Claude time.
Yep, I called it.
No problem.
It's like the game is teaching me how to play. Okay, the cat moved. I'll fix the cam. A weapon, combat, art, or magic that is extra effective gives it a huge advantage against a specific enemy. When extra effective, you have 3 tiers greater advantage against the enemy. You'll deal greater damage. The stun gauge displays upon all attacks. Examples of skills that grant extra effectiveness. Effective versus armored units, extra effectiveness versus armored classes such as Armored Knight, effective versus cavalry, extra effectiveness versus cavalry classes such as Cavalier, effective versus flyers, extra effectiveness versus flying classes such as Pegasus Knight, effective versus monster, gain effectiveness versus monsters such as a giant wolf and demonic beast. Flying classes such as Pegasus Knights and Wyvern Riders are vulnerable to the ability effective versus flyers. Switch your active unit to Claude, who has a bow equipped. Ugh.
I got it. I'm a master of strategy, but I'm not really used to being on the front lines.
Claude, you're hurt. Do something about those wounds.
Press RB to use a vulnerary and restore your HP. Your available number of vulneraries will be refilled at the end of each battle.
Very sharp, Claude. As usual.
Hey, got lucky there. Well, lucky for me, I guess. Not so much for you.
Bandits have a firm hold on the central road. It would be wise to move through the forest and take down the strongholds as we go.
Try and keep an eye on who we're fighting, and make sure we've got the right person leading the charge at the right time.
Okay. Okay, press plus during battle to issue orders. From here, you can use A to select units and issue orders. You can order a unit to move to a selected location, attack enemies. You know what? I'm tired of reading some of these things. I pretty much know what I'm doing here. That is fine, Alora. You enjoy your looky lurk. I am finally playing the game. Use auto battle to determine the course of action for units you don't give direct orders to. Hello, you. See, we're back to the cats wanting attention. Okay.
Let's try this. Let's see how this goes.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive.
Here I go. No mistakes.
Oh. What? Oh.
They must learn who they're up against.
You have issued orders to all your allies. Use right to capture the remaining strongholds. You switch between the orders. Battle screen windows.
My turn.
Main mission start. Let's do this. Whoa! Break pots you find on the battlefield to receive gold or recovery items, depending on the color of the pot. Hey! I didn't know we were playing The Legend of Zelda.
All right, take it down. This will help secure our victory.
What shoddy defenses. You'll be done before we know it if they're all like this.
We'll make good use of this.
To unravel their defenses.
Enough of this strategy nonsense! Get out there and tear them all to pieces!
Okay, how many thugs does this guy have working for him anyway?
He went to Mooks R Us. Come on, Claude. Don't you know about Mooks R Us?
Repent, foul bandits! The Knights of Ceros are here, and we'll cut you down for terrorizing our students.
This battle is practically won if the knights have arrived.
The Knights of Ceros! Not now! If I don't kill at least one of them, brats, I'm finished!
Watch out! They're gonna make a last-ditch effort to
Oh,
rush
he
our
wants
position.
to kill us. Why am I going the wrong way? I am always going the wrong way. Select all out offense from orders, and all available units will attack a selected target. This is a good option when you simply want to overwhelm the enemy with force. Order an all out offensive. Okay. Hey, everybody.
I've got this.
Go punch this guy in the face.
Form ranks and capture those bandits! Quickly now! This is where you die, dogs!
Oh wait, those are my guys. Awakening gauge is filled. Press RA to awaken. Your unit will remain awakened until the engagement completes. You can press RA to cancel the awakening state. While awakened, all attacks will make the stun gauge appear. The stun gauge will deplete quickly, regardless of advantage. Receive bonuses based on the number of enemies defeated. Your HP will not reach 0 regardless of damage taken. Pick up blue tonics, damage enemies, execute critical rush. Press A while awakened or completely depleted to trigger a warrior special.
Do you feel that power? Maybe you can channel it like you did in the other battle.
Not yet!
I actually kept pushing L instead of R.
We cannot allow ourselves to perish here. I'm afraid we must spare no mercy for you.
Never should have...
Yeah, you're right. You never should have taken this job. We got you.
Is it over?
Woo! I did it, and I got an S rank, which I didn't even know I was getting ranks. So, yay! I got an S rank. In the following is an S rank. Right, White Verona and Bullion. To battle, the battle rank will grade you based on the performance in the battle. There are 5 ranks. Your battle rank is determined by 3 factors: completion time, enemies defeated, damage taken. Additionally, the first time you complete the quest, you will receive a first-time reward. You also receive an S rank reward the first time you choose S rank.
Gotta keep aiming higher.
So we got HP, strength, speed, defense, resistance, and charisma. Defeat enemies, gain experience. HP, we all know what HP does. Strength, magic, dexterity is your crits. Speed, you know, speed. Luck, appearance, recovery items, defense, resistance, charm. Oh, it's charm, not charisma. Oops, my bad.
I won't let myself stop.
Oh my god! I'm the MVP, chat! Oh, well, I accept this honor. Oh, I mean, it's not like I, you know, killed just about everything on the map by myself. I mean... leveling up combat arts and magic. Combat arts and magic will level up after they have been used a set number of times. So make them stronger and reduce weapon durability. The cat is causing trouble again. One sec. Okay, the cat took care of himself before I could walk over there, so, okay. So combat, they've been used a set number of times. This will make them stronger, reduce weapon durability lost when used. Oh, that's good to know. Any units participating in battle will receive class experience post-battle. If this raises their class level, they may acquire new combat, arts, magic, and abilities, and their weapon level may increase. When a unit's weapon level increases, they'll be able to equip more powerful weapons. They'll be able to attack more times consecutively. After battle, I'll be able to check the contents of weapon pack and resource pack. Oh, kitty! Ziggy! Ziggy, get off the counter! I'm sorry, chat. What?
Yeah, he was pinned outside the door.
Oh. Okay. After battle, be able to check the contents of weapon packs and research pouches you acquired in battle. If you've reached your inventory limit, excess items will be sold off automatically. Step boosting items. Step. Wonder how many of these you get in this game. Like, can you keep getting them? Is there a way to... Money. Chickpeas. We got 1,000 gold. I wish it was that easy to make $1,000 bucks. Not that that was technically that easy.
Hang on, you're seriously the Imperial Princess? The Crown Prince? And the heir to the Alliance?
Yes. And as the 3 of us are now in your debt, I think formal introductions are in order.
Alright.
My name is Edelgard von Hresvelk, Princess of the Adrestian Empire.
I am Dmitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
And I'm Claude von Regan, grandson of the leader of the Leicester Alliance.
Things looked grim there for a moment. Thanks to you, we put those bandits to flight.
Bit of a miracle we ran into you out there, but hey, I'll take it.
Boast loudly your heroic deeds, play it cool, claim it was a team effort. I'm gonna play it cool, because we're cool.
Oh, I'm sure the 3 of you could have handled the situation just
Oh,
fine
that wasn't
without
what I
me.
expected that response to be.
No need for false humility. We'd likely have perished if not for your help.
Well, aren't they an unlikely trio? I wonder why those bandits were after them.
It's
Still, it's no concern of ours. We have our own plans to attend to. Now, collect your pay and be off before they get a wild idea and ask you to join them.
Say, while I have you here, do you know where I can find Remire Village? I took a wrong turn somewhere along the way. I'm looking for a band of hardened mercenaries who follow a man named Gerald. I hear rumors that's where they're camped.
Actually, Remire might just be the village we've been looking for, too. That ring a bell, Edelgard? I don't remember hearing anything about mercs, but...
The name sounds correct, at least.
Gerald's too smart to get smoked out by a bunch of rumors, but they're all I've got at the moment.
In any case, we won't find our own 2 feet in all this dark. We should return to camp and get our bearings before...
Hello there, house leaders. Hello, brave mercenary. We've mopped up what's left of those rascals, so what say we return to camp? And I insist you accompany us, good mercenary.
Who, me?
You heard the man. We'll wait out the night together and make for the village in the morning. It's a great plan, especially if you want to get paid, as we're a tiny bit short on pocket change at the moment.
Oh, come on! You can't pay me? Oh, what lousy little...
Yes. And those mercenaries you're looking for? Gerald's band, was it? They may be in Remire Village tonight, but there's no telling when they'll move on. If you come back to our camp, we have maps that may help you get one step ahead of them.
This is clearly the wisest course of action. Not to mention that I would enjoy conversing with you further. But of course, the choice is yours.
You know, they say I have a choice, but why do I feel like I don't have a choice? Fine.
Why can't things ever be simple?
All right, but just for the night.
Perfect. Then might I borrow you for a moment after we reach camp? There's a matter we must speak about. Nothing alarming, I promise you.
Right then, so off we go? But, if I may, did I hear you mention a Gerald earlier?
Yes, do you know him? He heads up a pretty elite band of mercenaries, so I imagine his name has spread all over Fodlan by now.
Mercenaries, is it? No. No, it can't be him. Can it? Well, I'll just have to meet this Gerald myself. After I've seen my duties through, of course. After all, if I don't finish my assigned tasks, I'm mission the point.
Oh, out! Out!
Get it? Missing? Mission? Come now, this is good stuff!
That's our Aloise. Come on, let's get moving before he really gets going.
After a battle, you'll be able to interact with your allies back at camp. Press A when near to talk to them. Alright. Alright, well, I need a minute. Nature and all that good stuff. So, I will be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We're actually playing the game now. Whoop. Back to the game. Alright, I am back. Back. We're back. Can I save from this spot? Yes, I can. I've got a feeling, well, because I looked up how long this demo was. I think this is the part where you pick a house. So if I save there, then I can create 3 different save files and try out all the houses rather than go through the intro again. Which I think would be fun.
Hey!
Can't believe how quickly those thugs set upon us. The class heads ran off. People were shouting orders. Oh, but it was a right mess. Say, who are you anyway? I don't remember. Hey! You're one of the surviving brigands, aren't you? Anyone, help! Wow, you're rude. I just came over to say hello.
Greetings.
Eloise told me all about what happened. Thank you for assisting the class heads. Had anything happened to the students, we all would have paid in heartache and
By the
worse.
way,
Reminds me of the previous term when a student who returned home from the academy went missing and... Ah, forgive me, I'm rambling.
Hey!
Welcome to our humble base camp. I assume you are familiar with the Officers' Academy on the grounds of Garrigmach Monastery, yes?
If I'm honest,
The 3 young people you assisted earlier are the heads of the Academy's 3 houses. But you'll find other students, teachers, and even members of the Knights of Saros here at this camp. I fear you caught us in the middle of an annual outdoor activity carried out at the beginning of the Academy school year.
that's concerning.
But the situation became quite the mess when that band of brigands attacked us. I wish we could chat at length, but it seems the 3 class heads wish to speak with you. Alas, I cannot keep you all to myself. This is a great opportunity for you to bond with your rescuees.
Let's see.
It's you!
We've held these kinds of outdoor activities countless times, but I've never seen anything like this happen. Plus, we've got 3 high-ranking noble children here, so the guard was more than double that of last year. To think they were nearly killed by some pack of base brigands. It's a real mess, make no mistake. And now I have to find a way to explain it all to Lady Rhea? Ugh! Okay. Hello, Felix.
Ah, it's you.
You're that new merc, right? Right? The boar says you had some skill. You'll have to give me a demonstration before we head out. Agree enthusiastically, refuses offers. Hey, I'll fight you. Let's go, Felix. Let's bring it. I can take you. You don't scare me. Deal. I can clear some time before sunrise. Looking forward to it. Support points signify the strength of a bond between 2 units. Units gain support points by giving appropriate answers in conversation, performing actions that make the other happy, or heading into battle together.
Heya!
Oh, you're that mercenary. It's great to meet you. I'm Annette, and this is my best friend Mercedes.
Hello there.
It's nice to make your acquaintance. Have you already spoken with the others?
Let's see.
Not yet, but I'm planning to. I suppose that means none of us know all that much about the others.
The thing is,
We only just started at the Officers Academy, so my grasp on the other Blue Lions is tenuous at best.
It's my thanks.
You assisted His Highness and have my gratitude. I will see this debt repaid. I mean, is there money involved? I'm trying to figure out how to play this character, but like half the responses we've given haven't been what I thought they'd be, so I'm like,
Right on.
In that case, you can pay me back with a round of sparring. Let's see what you're made of. As you wish.
I see.
To be honest, I'd like to treat you to a meal, but we lack the time. Hey, I like food! You want to give me food? I'll take food. I've got to say, I never thought the person who helped Dimitri would be so stunning. I'd love to invite you out for a meal sometime, just as a thanks for all you've done.
Don't be ridiculous.
Sylvain, you're speaking to His Highness's benefactor. Stop trying to pick her up like a common floozy.
Can we speak a moment?
Oh, and I don't believe I got your name. I mean, they kind of got me already. The name's Rai. Keep it in mind in case you ever need a heavy hitter. I'll do just that, and while it's unfortunate we're parting ways here, I suspect we may have a chance to meet again in the future. A shame we don't have the time to get to know each other a little better. And spare me the side-eyed Ingrid. I'm just letting my heart speak for me here. Okay, I think those were all the Blue Lions. Oh no, there's Ash. Ash, why are you sitting off on your lonesome?
Hey there.
Oh, you must be that mercenary I've been hearing about. I'm Ash, and I'm a student at Garrett Mocking Officers Academy. Do you know about the Academy? See, there are 3 houses, each based on where a person is from. Sure, let's play
Let's see.
Never heard of it. I'm not much for high society and fancy balls and all that. I know just how you feel. I was adopted by a noble, but was born a commoner. I actually find it pretty daunting to always be surrounded by the rich and powerful. It's a lot easier to talk to someone like you. Surprised that didn't give me any points. I mean...
Quite.
I am Hanneman, a professor at the Officers Academy. I heard tale of your recent exploits and wish to express my thanks. Oh, and on another matter, do you possess a crest?
Let's see.
I know practically nothing about crests, but I'm still pretty sure I'd know if I had one. Truly, you have never investigated the subject? People are not always aware of the power of their own crest.
All in all.
Listen well now. Crests are a power that dwells in the blood. They are passed down through generations from parent to child. Those with crests may excel at magic, or perhaps have the ability to wield powerful weapons known as hero relics. If you were to come to my residence at the monastery, I would take the time to conduct a full investigation if you liked. Yeah, no, I'm staying away from you, dude. Ugh, I've healed so many people today that I never want to look at a bandage again. Ah, and who do we have here? No, wait, don't say. Let me guess.
Got it.
You are the brave vagabond knight who appeared to boldly protect me from those brigands earlier. You know what? I'm rolling with it. I like the fact that they said roll with it.
Right on.
Oh yeah, that's me alright. Oh, and the name's Rai, by the way. You're very kind to go along with my little Jake.
Well, hi.
Well then, I'm Manuela, a professor at the Officers Academy, a doctor, and also a songstress of a world-renowned opera company. Though I have worked myself to the very bone today, so right now I am merely a sad and lonesome woman. Ah, okay. Let's... I guess we'll start here and talk to Dimitri.
You have my thanks.
Let me begin by first conveying my gratitude to you, Rai.
Speaking of
also,
which...
I examined a map earlier, and the village where you are headed seems to be a little more to the east.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. I checked the map earlier, but I couldn't tell where in the woods I actually was. Well, I'm glad I could be of service. I hope you were able to reach your destination.
By the way,
we were staying so sunlight, yes. I hope you'll take the opportunity to converse with the others here. Of course, now that I've sprung the idea on you so suddenly, you will likely find yourself at a loss as to whom you ought to speak to.
How about this?
On that note, I would be more than happy to give you an introduction to any Blue Lion House students. Martin! Hello! Hello! How are you today? Are you having a good Wednesday? I sure hope so. I am having a great Wednesday. I am sitting here. I am streaming. I am having fun checking out this demo. Even if we did end up talking a lot more than I've played so far. But I hope you are doing well. I am also covered in cat hair because my cats have been crawling all over me. But it is good. Yep, day streams I do solo. I have more time during the day most of the time than RG, so when I can do these, I roll with them and see what happens. This is my first one I've done in quite a while. But I've been enjoying myself. I really need to get back to doing more of these. They're so much fun just to turn on the stream during the day and just go. Be a presence again. Okay, let's see what they have to say about Dimitri.
But I'm afraid I find myself unsure of where to begin.
Your interest flatters me, but I'm afraid I find myself unsure of where to begin.
Perhaps I'll have thought of a topic when next we speak. But you're leaving for that village soon, aren't you?
I didn't realize it was voice acted. I talked over the first line. Preferred class is High Lord. He is currently a soldier.
Your interest flatters me. Perhaps I'll have thought of it. Dedu hails from the land of Dusk. Perhaps you've heard of it. He tends to keep to himself, but he possesses one of the kindest hearts of anyone I know. I'm proud to call him my vassal. Speak to him, and you'll see why.
I got the cat. There we go. Kitty. Kitty on my shoulder. Breakfast sandwiches sound like a good idea for a brunch. I like sandwiches. I like breakfast. That sounds good. Yeah, Dedu, preferred class armored knight, yeah. Honestly, so much of this stuff doesn't mean anything, so it's
Felix is the son of Duke Fraldarius. He has a sharp wit and even sharper tongue. But he's a good person at his core. I can attest to that. He has always admired strength above all else in a fighter. I imagine the two of you will make fast friends.
I feel like the whole reason for this is just to look at the characters, because you don't really unique abilities. We don't know what any. Wait, can I actually look at them? Oh, I can. You see, I wasn't paying enough attention, chat. I completely missed that I could read up on some more stuff. But you know what? We're just having some fun.
He has
So let's just hear what he has to say about everybody.
I only first met her here at the academy. She seems a gentle soul with great inner strength. From what I understand, she has traveled far and wide throughout both the Empire and the Kingdom. Perhaps that explains her demeanor.
Mercedes. I mean, I played 3 houses, so I generally know the characters.
Castle Gaspar. Ash is the adopted son of that castle's lord, Lonato. He's an honest boy, well deserving of our trust. I'd like to get to know him better someday, should the opportunity arise.
3 more.
Annette is the hardest worker in the entirety of the Blue Lion House. She is truly brilliant. I could stand to learn from her single-minded devotion, if only a little.
Annette's also adorable. I mean, look at that face. Protect Annette.
Sylvain is the son of Margrave Gautier. you may have already noticed, but he's something of a womanizer. That may be putting it lightly, in fact. But despite his apparent indifference, he possesses great cunning and is quicker on his feet than anyone else here. I've known him long, so I'm well aware.
I still remember in Three Houses, if you take any route other than Dimitri and you play female Violet, basically the first chance you get, if you talk to him, you'll switch sides. Right, no matter what, he's that much of a womanizer. If you are a female, he's with you.
Ingrid is the daughter of Count Galatea, and she is far more gallant than your run-of-the-mill knight. She has ever been straight-laced and diligent, even when we were but children. It is not an uncommon sight to find her scolding Sylvain for his indiscretions. Ingrid is the daughter of... She has...
Push the button again. Okay. So that is the Blue Lion house. That was my first house. I like that house.
What did you need?
I can't believe they talked me into going on this trip. It'll be fun, they said. Nothing ever happens. And then, BAM! Disaster and danger everywhere. I thought I was gonna die out there. I was swinging my spear at anything that within my range. But then some girl from the Officers Academy showed up and led me to safety. I tell you, kids these days are grateful and strong. Nothing like the useless punks from my day. Does that include you? Because, you know, you kind of said things.
Listen.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am finding you to be quite fascinating. Sure, I'll give you more.
Right on.
Hey there, I'm Rai. I'm technically a mercenary. Though I guess right now I'm just kind of a drifter.
That has much difficulty.
I do not have understanding. Where are you drifting to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Through the world? You know, just sort of kicking around with no real end goal?
Hello. Hello.
You must be the mercenary... I think it's Eddie told us about. I'm Dorothea. You've heard about the Officers Academy, right? Well, pretty much all of this year's students from Black Eagle House are here at the moment. Well, except for Bernadetta, which is sadly typical. She stayed behind because she was terrified of the idea that we might be attacked in the woods. I can't believe she ended up being right. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ramble. Has anyone ever told you you're surprisingly easy to talk to? You don't want to talk? Well, that's rude. Yes, you are the mercenary we happen to know.
My thanks.
Well, I harbored some reservations about you. The fact remains that you assisted Lady Edelgard, and for that, I offer my gratitude. I only get one option? Why did they even bother giving me an option?
Huh?
Happy to help, although I wouldn't mind some details about that whole reservations part. My thoughts are mine alone. You need not concern yourself with the matter. Okay.
How may I help you?
Thank you for cooperating with the heads of the three houses. It seems like the class heads serve as decoys to draw out most of the thieves before finding an opportunity to flee. Thanks to that, the others managed to hold fast with only light injuries. Still, it would have been tragic had any of the heads been seriously injured, or worse. I'm just grateful for all your help.
Are you nuts?
Ah. Hey, Lindhart. Wake up. Look, I get that you're tired, but we're leaving at the crack of dawn, remember? The bandit attack stole my chance for sleep, so I must... who might you be? You know, we're soulmates, me and Lindhart. We just both want to sleep. Just let us have a nap, people.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, I'm nobody, really. Just a passing traveler who got sucked into that whole bandit fight back there.
Yes, well...
Indeed. Well, I am Lindhart, and it's just about time for me to go to sleep.
Hello
Farewell.
there.
We already talked about this. You can't sleep when we're going back to Garrett Mock so soon.
Look who has arrived.
Well, well, the mercenary cut down the leader of those thieves. I must say, that was quite the capable display you put on back there. I am Ferdinand von Ager, legitimate scion of the Ager family, at the foremost house of the Empire. Claim you've never heard Try to Play Along. Here, let's try to play along. Yeah, I think I've heard of you. You're one of the Empire's big movers, right? You think you have heard of us? Why, I never. Now, see here, my self-sword friend. We are House Ager, proud eagles of the Empire. Clearly, I must work harder as a beacon of the common folk, so they might cry the name of my family from one end of the continent to the other. Yeah, that's what you should do, totally.
Thank you.
Ah, there you are. Thank you for your assistance in the previous battle. I'd like to discuss your future if you have a moment. You find yourself in a place with no place to go after we accomplish our objective. I'm hoping we might hire you on the
What do you think?
I can promise you'll be handsomely paid, including the work you did today, so what say you? I'm not usually hired into service by people quite so high up on the food chain. Why the special attention? I value your talent now that I've had the ability to see it firsthand.
On another matter.
By the by, have you spoken with the others here in the camp? If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit about the students in my own house, the Black Eagles.
Well, you're certainly not timid. You do realize you're addressing the heir to the Imperial throne, yes? Still, I suppose I admire that sort of freedom. It must be nice not to have your lot in life decided for you.
Okay, there's Edelgard.
Hubert of House Vestra is my attendant. His family is unusual in that they're noble but lack territory of their own. Hubert is deeply loyal to me, and you can trust him completely. In fact, I imagine he's quite grateful for what you've already done.
I don't know. You sit there and you're showing this still image and you're like, yeah, you can trust him completely. I don't know. That picture makes him look shady as fuck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hubert of House Vestra. Oh. Hubert is... That's Dorothea Arnault. She's an up-and-coming songstress in a famous Imperial opera company. Or she was, at least. For some reason, she abandoned her musical career and enrolled in the Officers' Academy. She has a very magnetic personality, which I'm sure you'll see.
I like Dorothea. She's so pretty, but she also has this, like, look of such confidence. Like, she knows who she is.
That's Dorothea for some reason.
Keep doing that.
Have you spoken with Ferdinand? One conversation will explain him far better than I can. He's the heir to an influential house, which drives him to excel. But he can be quite the handful sometimes. One of our classmates usually stays holed up in the dormitory instead of coming on these assignments. Her name is Bernadetta. If you bump into her, don't be surprised if she screams and runs away. That's sort of her thing.
Poor little Bernie.
Caspar is the second-born son of a great and noble house. But as he's not the heir, you might say he joined the academy to make his own way. War and fighting are his sole pursuits, so I bet the two of you will get along just fine. Petra isn't from the Empire. She's the granddaughter of the King of Brigid, which is an archipelago situated off our western coast. You'll find her a quick study, a gifted fighter, and endlessly curious. But always come prepared to talk, because she'll definitely want to pick your brain. Surely you know someone like Linhardt. He's as bright as they come, yet just as lazy as well. That's simply how he is, though. I can't force him to apply himself, but he'll come around, most likely.
Quite a handful equals Papa's attitude, you know? I like this. Support catnap. He actually takes naps. Oh no, the cat. Get down from there! spritz the cat with water. These cats are not quite gotten the idea that we don't want them on the counters yet. We're fighting a battle with them on that. One that I am determined to win. Okay. One more set of people.
Well met.
Do you know about the 3 houses at the Office of the Academy? I only ask because you seem a little bit dense. No offense. Yeah, you can't call me dense and say no offense, dude. Yeah. Anyway, you've got the Black Eagle House, which is home to the folks from the Adrasian Empire. And there's the Blue Lion House, which is made up of individuals from the Holy Kingdom
What are
parties.
your thoughts?
Finally, there's the Golden Deer House, which has the people from the Leicester Alliance. Yeah, I think I knew all that, dude. Leonie! Hey, aren't you that merc that helped out Claude and the others?
So...
I'm actually gunning to become a mercenary myself. That's why I enrolled at the Officers Academy.
Right on.
In that case, I hope we end up working together.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks. I'll give it all I got.
I'll do it.
I'm going to work myself to the bone so I can be just as strong as the captain someday.
Ah, it is you.
Ah, you must be the famed mercenary of the woods who stepped in unbidden to aid Claude. As the noble representative of the Leicester Alliance, I must offer you my thanks. Shrug. Say whatever you say, pal.
If I may.
Wait just a moment. If you are indeed a mercenary, then you should hope to gain influence with me. After all, I am Lawrence Gloucester. Ha ha ha. I can't do that. Yeah, you're very full of yourself, dude. Oh.
Hello?
You're that mercenary everyone's talking about, right, was it? You're not attempting to curry favor with children of the nobility in pursuit of some nefarious aim, are you? Is wanting money nefarious? Huh. I'm not sure how to answer this. You know, we're just gonna keep her guessing. Nah, I was just helping out some strangers. Still, it's always nice. It's always good for a merc to have folks like that in her debt. How is that guessing? I think you just kind of answered the question. I see. And do you think our mercenary friend is someone worthy of trust, Marianne? What? Me? I am. Well, either way, we need to be going. We're busy. Okay. That's nice. Hey, you're a new face. Running money is survival, so no, it's not nefarious. Hey, you're a new face. Are you a student from one of the other houses? You must be the mercenary we've been hearing so much about. What was your name again?
Right on.
Yeah, I'm right. Good to meet you. What house do you guys live?
No problem.
We're in Claude's house, the Golden Deer, but we're just regular old common folk. Due to the nature of Leicester, we have more students from the commoner class than the other houses.
Please?
To a merc, money is survival. This is true. You're not wrong. I'd imagine you're a commoner yourself, with being a mercenary and all. That seemed kind of abrupt as an ending, but whatever.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey! Are you the mercenary that helped Claude out of that little jam? I heard you're super strong, so I was kind of picturing you as one of those huge bodybuilders or something. Sure. Woo! Mercenary smash! Sorry to disappoint. I'm just your average gal. Too average, if you ask me. Talk about a letdown. Aw, come on. I'm just joking. You're pretty easy to talk to, so I couldn't help myself. Anyway, thanks for helping Claude out. Okay, and last but not least, it's Claude.
Hey there. Thanks.
Hey friend, appreciate what you did back there. We'd have been in a world of hurt without you. Oh, and regarding compensation, Eloise told me not to pay you personally. I guess they want to handle it as a church thing. Sorry about that. I'm gonna doubt him. He's restricting my money. He basically said, no, I can't pay. one guy can't pay me and the other guy is like, yeah, you know what? I'm doubting. You sure I can trust this Eloise guy?
Course.
Hey, yeah, I guess I shouldn't expect you to have faith in any random stranger who walks by. In any event, you helped us out and everyone's extremely grateful for it. Speaking of which, have you talked with the others here at camp?
How's that?
I can tell you a little bit about the students in my Golden Deer house. Oh, I just remembered, Alora, I tried something new today. I tried a new food today. Something I've never had before. It was called jackfruit. You ever had this stuff? Jackfruit? It was really good. She told us that it was the sandwich I was getting was vegetarian, so I knew I wasn't eating meat. But if I hadn't, I would have thought I was eating meat. This sandwich was that good. But I've never heard of jackfruit before. It was a Vietnamese food truck. So everything was Vietnamese inspired, or at least some kind of Vietnamese fusion. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really completely sure, but it was good. And I really did think I was eating meat. She described the way they prepared the fruit that it was like pulled pork. So I was like, sure, why not? I'll try something different. Really good. Really good.
Who, me? I'm more curious about you, personally. If you don't have anything better to do, I'd be glad to have you join us at Garrick Mach.
Okay, thank you, Claude.
Have you met him yet? At first, I thought he was real serious and persnickety.
Persnickety, that's such a fun word.
But that image shattered pretty quick once I noticed him chatting up every girl in the monastery.
There's always gotta be the guys that want to chalk to all the women, right?
Hilda's the only daughter of Duke Goneril. Seems like she had a pretty cushy life growing up. Which means she's gotten into the habit of slacking off and making other people do things for her.
Aw, but look how cute Hilda is! You can't blame her. I mean, she kind of looks like Jessica. How we designed our Jessica. Oh my god, I just realized it's exactly how we designed our Jessica. Where's Hydra? Is she back from getting her blood drawn? I just had this revelation and she's not here for it. Gosh darn it.
He's a pretty friendly guy. Though it'd be nice if he talked about something other than muscles.
Hey, I love Raph. Don't insult him.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. He's had it pretty rough.
Raph is best boy, or one of my favorite characters in Three Houses, at least. I just really liked Raph. He likes food. I like food. What's not to love about a guy that's just like, I want food. Is the food ready yet? Can I eat? Plus, he cares about his sister a lot. And I always thought that was really cute, too.
Don't ever treat her like a child. I made that mistake earlier, and she nearly took my head off. But she's clearly the youngest out of this year's students, so I don't get what the big deal is. Just another pampered noble, I guess.
She likes sweets.
Ignatz likes the great outdoors. Definitely more than the rest of us, anyway. He's the second son of a merchant family, but says he wants to be a knight. He doesn't really seem suited for it, though. Maybe his parents are making him do it.
He's a secret artist. For some reason, the Golden Deer characters are standing out of my mind. I'm remembering what some of their things were. I didn't really remember everybody else's.
Oh, Marianne? She's Margrave Edmund's daughter, but that's all I know about her. She doesn't interact with the other students at all. I'll admit, she intrigues me. Oh, Marianne, she doesn't interact.
Dang, I was doing so well not repeating the tip.
Leonie wants to be a mercenary. I bet you two would have lots to talk about. You're both pretty frank, too. I just hope you're not as obsessed with saving money as she is.
Oh, I don't know. I want all the money. Can I have all the money? got the cat again. Looks like dawn's almost here. Tell Eloise you're heading out. Okay. I'm gonna save again. I mean, it might give me a save. This way I don't have to talk to everybody if I want to do thing, if this was a point of whatever.
I see.
Alright, have you spoken with the house leaders yet?
That's concerning.
What, you're leaving? But that won't do. Actually, I was hoping I could ask something of you. Would you hear me out? Fine. Does it involve giving me my money?
My sincere apologies for asking this of you. I know you're heading for Remire Village in order to find Gerald's mercenaries, but, well, perhaps you might consider changing your mind and accompanying us to Garrigmach Monastery instead.
And why would I do that exactly?
Because you've done us a great service, and we don't have the means in camp to properly reward you. At the monastery, however, we can repay your kindness in full. Also, between you and me, this evening's turn of events was quite the embarrassment for the church. We allowed students of the Officers' Academy out of our sight, and house leaders of great political consequence at that. And then they crossed swords with bandits. If word got out, well, let's just say it would sit poorly with everyone. So you see why we must ensure you're well compensated. Also, there may be some papers for you to sign, perhaps in blood.
Whoa, that took a dark turn.
This sounds more like hush money than a reward.
Yes, that's exactly what I told the fool knight who suggested it. Me, I'd just as soon send you on your way, but I fear I'm obligated to escort you back. Anyway, the whole thing will be much easier if you simply agree to come along.
Oh,
just as a
man!
formality, of course.
You're pinning down the mercenary.
That was a threat. And here I thought he was a big softy. Well, what do you think? Garrigmach is in the opposite direction of where we need to be. But this man seems rather set on having us accompany them.
Except that
you make a poor case, Eloise, but I can see where this is heading. I'll come with you to the monastery, but I'm not staying a single minute longer than I have to.
Bless you, my friend. What a noble
man,
soul.
I feel like this character is getting blackmailed like crazy, like pulled by the littles.
I'd say you saved my bacon, but that would be utterly hammy.
Eloise, has anyone ever told you that you're...
Don't. Some truths are simply too painful to bear. While I'm no expert, I fear the poor man's heart couldn't handle the shock.
Told me what?
Told you how dashing you are in that
Oh my god, it turned into a pickup line!
Ah, you like it? Wonderful. I admit I've received no small share of positive comments on it. There's a grand story behind every last ding and dent. Enough to keep me talking for a week. Why, take this one here.
We heard you'll be joining us at Garrigmach. Perhaps somewhat unwillingly, I might add. I know this wasn't in your plans, but if it lets us get to know each other better, perhaps it will prove worth it in the end.
Unwilling or not, we've got a long road ahead, so let's try to keep the mood light.
I hesitate to ask this considering you're only here because of us. But, well, are you sure about this decision? The last thing we want is to delay you from your own business. The knights may seem unwilling to bend, but it's not as if you have no say in the matter.
I'd probably lament. I'm doing this reluctantly.
No one gets a say when they're up against a squadron of knights.
No, I suppose not. Apologies again for dragging you into this mess.
Yes, that's quite enough chatter. Let's save our energy for the road. To the monastery!
Listen, I know this one's on me. I'm the one who roped you into coming back to camp after all. But I'll find a way to make it up to you, I promise.
At this point, yeah, my hopes would be grounded.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
A skeptic, huh? You know, I may look like a scoundrel, but I happen to be a man of my...
Hey! Hurry up back there or we'll leave you behind!
You know you've had a busy day when you rub shoulders with the heirs to the Empire, the Kingdom, and the Alliance. I think they're a fascinating group of people myself, but what do you make of them?
Wonder if I get to reflect on them all.
Seems like Edelgard thinks high enough of me. She's got this elegant air about her, but somehow doesn't hold any disdain for mercenaries. It feels like Dimitri's always checking in on me every chance he gets. He'll definitely make a good king. The kind who looks after his people. Claude's a laid-back kind of guy who doesn't really strike me as noble, and I mean that in a good way. Something tells me he's gonna be easy to work with.
Of course you only pick up on their rosy qualities. You really are a delight. Have I told you that lately? Still, you'd better pick up the pace before you vex these people any further.
Alright, but you know, I was doing all that cautionary saving because I figured the choice was coming up.
Prologue. 3 houses.
But it still hasn't come up.
Deep in the forest, the mercenary meets a trio of youths, each a student at Garreg Mach's Officers' Academy, and a leader of one of the school's 3 houses. Striking down the bandit chief who attacked the students brings undue attention to the mercenary, who soon arrives at the hallowed gates of Garreg Mach.
I think I'm starting to get tired, chat. It's only 4 o'clock. Just not used to doing these streams anymore. These day streams. I guess.
And with that, may I present the mercenary I spoke of?
Greetings. My name is Rhea, and I am the Archbishop of the Church of Seros. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for rescuing our students.
I'm just glad I could help.
Such modesty is not required around me. Your actions were truly commendable.
However, the reason we summoned you here was not simply to express our gratitude. We have a proposal for you, one made on behalf of the church itself.
What kind of proposal?
Someone told you of the Officers' Academy here at the monastery, yes? We would have you join this academy as a student.
You what?
Though you are a mercenary, I understand you are not currently beholden to any one particular employer. Also, the students you rescued are close to your own age. Your life could be greatly enriched here.
Or she's heard about our power and wants to keep us on a short leash.
I like the guy in my head.
And yet she's taking it almost as a given that we'll accept. It's infuriating.
Let's see what happens if I turn her down.
Sorry, but the world's got other plans for me. I can't afford to stay here forever.
Oh, this would not be forever. You would only be enrolled for 1 year. Bear in mind that the Knights of Seros and many other powerful warriors pass through these gates. Whether you seek to someday become an officer, or simply increase your own strength, this environment will undoubtedly aid in your pursuits.
They've really talked us into a corner here. I think I see where this is going.
Yep.
Alright, I'm in.
Maybe I wasn't wrong on the when the choice was
We will
coming
do all
up.
we can to ensure you do not regret it.
I believe you will go far.
This is like the
If I
exact
may,
same thing they did in
permit me
3
to
houses,
tell you a
except
bit more about
a
the
student
school
instead of a
itself.
teacher.
The academy is divided into 3 houses,
and draws in the most promising young talents from every corner of Fodlan. Some are noble-born, while others spring from more humble roots. But within these walls, all are treated as equals. We ask our prospects to spend a year living under the same dormitory roof, so they can challenge each other, work hard, and grow together.
Each of our houses corresponds to one of Fodlan's 3 regions. Edelgard leads the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Dimitri leads the Blue Lion House, home to students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. And Claude leads the Golden Deer House, for students from the Leicester Alliance.
We could select a house for you ourselves, but as all of this was our idea, perhaps we should leave this decision to you. You are something of a special case, after all.
So I can join any house I want?
Yes, you have simply to name it.
Okay, Chad. I think we're gonna probably wrap this up soon, so we're not gonna get to see much more of the game. But maybe if there's time, I can hop on again tomorrow. Because I'm getting a little tired. But we might as well pick our house. Obviously, as a mercenary, she'd probably fit best with Claude. But Edelgard, of course, offered her, whatnot and whatnot. Of course, I'm partial to Dimitri. What do you guys think? There was a cat butt. There was a cat butt. Hello, kitty. Kitty. This cat wants his attention now. Anyone have a preference? Not, I guess I can roll the die. Let's see, do I have a D3? I don't know if I have a D3. Let me see if I have a D3 set up. I do have a D3 set up. Okay. So, for the sake of the stream, and if I stream some more, the choice will be 1 is Edelgard, 2 is Dimitri, 3 is Claude. And we got 2! That means we're going with Dimitri for if I stream again, if I stream more of this.
So you wish to join Dimitri's Blue Lions. Are you...
Yep, that's the one. I'm sure of it.
May you build wonderful and lasting friendships in your new house.
Well, like I said,
Well
I think
then,
I'm gonna probably...
With that taken care of, it's time to decide which of us will supervise which house.
Yes, it turns out we just underwent a last-minute roster change. I guess you two haven't met. This is Professor Yuritsa, our weapons instructor.
Hello.
I can already tell I'm gonna learn a lot from you.
Will you now?
Do my ears deceive me? Or is that curiosity I hear in your voice, Professor Yuritsa? I thought all the houses were the same to you. Perhaps you should be in charge of our new student's house, hmm?
I don't care. You decide.
Well, you'll certainly hear no objections from me. Professor Manuela, you and I can take charge of the remaining houses.
What? It's decided already? I was at least expecting a fight. Maybe some hair pulling? And as for you, my mysterious new student, I look forward to getting to know you much, much better throughout the year.
Seriously, Manuela.
The God,
I'm so much younger than you.
For you. It's enough to make one's head spin.
Right. In any case, I'm looking forward to learning from you, Professor Yuritsa.
I'll inform you of our first mission soon.
He would be a boring professor.
Sorry, what mission?
Oh, did we fail to mention that? Each month, every house in the Academy is given a mission entailing some form of service to the church.
The students of the Blue Lion House are now playable. Wow, he gave this random just one-liner and now all of a sudden it's like, okay. Oh, hello. Hello, buddy. I am telling you, you guys are going to see a lot of this guy on stream once he's got free reign. Ziggy's going to be he's going to be one heck of a stream kitty. So, here we go.
Professor Yuritsa told me the good news. Welcome to the Blue Lion House. I'm excited for us to learn and grow together. But for now,
can I have my mercenary guard
make
back?
yourself at home.
Our whole house has been buzzing since we heard you were getting assigned here. So, we're going to treat you to a welcome feast tonight. Assuming you're okay with the fancy offerings at the dining hall, that is.
On behalf of the Blue Lions, can I just say we are honored to have such a lovely young woman join our ranks? I mean that. And I can't think of a better way to get to know each other than gathering around the table for a meal.
Enough chatter. You're a mercenary, right? How's your swordsmanship? You must have some skill if the boar here give you passing marks. But I won't know for sure until we cross blades at the training grounds. I'll see you there, before dinner.
That's no way to talk, Felix. You are being rude. Still, I must admit I'm curious as well. Rumor has it you're quite the exceptional fighter.
I'm happy to spar with any of you. Frankly, this brings me right back to my old merc buddies.
Trade blows if you must, but please try not to injure each other.
The training grounds can be a little tough to find. Oh, why don't I show you the way later? Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. One wrong turn and you're up in the library staring down the tallest stack of books you've ever seen.
Yes, this is the largest monastery in Fodlan, so it's easy to get lost if you let your mind wander.
If you struggle to settle in, say so. You helped His Highness. We are in your debt.
Remember your mission?
We are to stamp out what's left of the Iron King's thieves. If I may, Professor, it seems a bit challenging for a first mission.
But their leader, Costas, has already been dealt with. If the Professor thinks us capable of mopping up the rest, I trust his judgment.
Good. Prepare yourself.
Seriously, he's got no teaching skills.
He's gone.
He just drops a couple lines and walks away.
Or easy to talk to, for that matter.
I'm certain you'll get used to him. He may be a touch curt, but he's not a bad person at heart.
Still, bandit hunting right out of the gate? This is quite the mission.
After the events in the mountains, I hesitate to put His Highness in further danger.
You worry too much to do. Besides, we have a trustworthy new ally coming with us.
We should proceed with caution. Though if we keep our heads on straight, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Well said. Your Highness, stay close.
Don't bother, Dedu. You could grab this soup for brains by the scruff and he'd still squirm loose and charge headlong into battle.
Whatever the case, we should be doubly prepared. And we'll be counting on our mercenary friend here to assist us.
I won't let you down.
weeks later.
There you are, Yuritsa. I have word from the knights.
It is time.
Yes. The bandits have fled north into the canyon bordering Count Ro's land in the kingdom. But the knights have cut off their escape, and now stand ready to provide whatever support the students may require.
We'll leave at once.
I needn't remind you, this is the first real battle for some of our charges. I trust you will keep them safe, though I likely do not need to worry with an old hand like you at their side.
No, you don't. You there. It's time for the mission. Gather the others.
About time we saw some action.
Yeah, I imagine a mercenary would be pretty bored. Of course, you would get a lot of training in.
Lost sight of them?
A shame to admit it, but yes. It's possible someone magicked the bandits away. But why go to that kind of trouble for a handful of highwaymen's scum?
So be it. We'll follow the blood scent.
Right, of course. We'll follow... Wait, what?
We're leaving. Everyone, follow me.
Professor Yuritsa, where are you going?
He's
Well,
following
he
the
must
blood.
have deduced where the bandits are. We should keep pace.
Pathetic.
Professor, it does not seem wise to charge ahead without... Hmm? What's this?
From the look of it, they're bandits. Or they were.
Dead by my hand.
Whoa. Wait, so are these the bad guys we were after?
Most likely. I caught them trying to escape to that fortress.
Interesting.
That must be their stronghold.
In that case, we'd better clean the place out before they harm the nearby villages.
They've got their tails between their legs now, so this should be easy. Let's go.
Whoa there. Doesn't this whole fortress thing raise red flags for anyone else?
I agree. If this is their stronghold, why are there no signs of life?
It could be a trap to lure us in.
It's not smart to rush an enemy stronghold when we have no idea what's waiting for us inside. We should hold off for now.
I completely agree. I mean, look at the place. It's both dark and creepy.
The decision is not ours to make.
That's right. We're still on a mission after all. It's up to Professor Yuritsa.
And I say, enter the fortress. Dispatch any bandits you find.
But isn't it dangerous for us to go by ourselves?
There can't be more than a handful. You should have no issue. If need
Or,
be,
you know, you're just
I
trying
will
to get us all
intervene.
killed.
Yeah, you sound confident, but I've still got a bad feeling about this.
Brace for the worst. No guts, no glory, am I right?
Should things go awry, Your Highness, stay behind me.
God, this is like
If
the
things
longest
go
cutscene
awry, I
ever.
will fall back. And I expect the rest of you to do the same.
I'm more than ready for this fortress. Let's see if it's ready for me.
If the professor's with us, I'm certain we'll be fine.
Then it's settled. Stay vigilant, everyone.
My God, do we finally get to do something? Battle ends in victory when you fulfill the victory conditions and ends in defeat when you fulfill the defeat conditions. We're out of important units. We also result in defeat. These conditions can be changed during the course. Can you stop walking on the keyboard, you? So what I wanted to do was come in here and save the file 2. So now we have file 1 that is set up for right at the houses decision. So file 2 is we've chosen Blue Lion based on the dice roll. But I'm actually getting hungry and a little tired, so I'm going to end stream here. I was hoping we'd go with more, but I had a ton of fun anyway, so you know what? I'm not too concerned. If you guys don't mind copying the raid message, we'll go on a raid. I was really happy all you guys came out. I had so much fun today. I'm really glad I decided to do this day stream. And I can't promise I'll stream tomorrow, but depending on how I feel after dentist and some other things, maybe I can get in a couple more hours of this tomorrow. So just keep watch. I'll see what I can do. But this was fun. You guys need to start checking this out. It has a lot of similarities to the other Warriors game. I've seen a lot of similarities to Three Houses in general. But yeah, I had fun. I hope you guys did too. So, I did see a person to raid that we don't get to raid very often. Because without doing these day streams, you know, he usually ends his stream well before we get going, so... Or he usually gets... These days he gets to raid us, we don't get to raid him, so... that is the words I'm looking for. So if you guys don't mind sticking around for this raid, copy the raid message, and let's go raid our friend Sans Pineapple. So like I said, we haven't gone to raid him in a while. He's awesome. He's playing some Destiny today, but he does some other stuff that's so much fun. Tuesdays he does Trucking Simulator, which that is one of my favorite streams ever to come and hang out with. Hey there, Hydra! You're welcome back in time for the raid. But yeah, he does Trucking Simulator on Tuesdays, which is so much fun. But yeah, let's go send some love over to our friend Sans. It is well worth your time to go to do this. Hydra, I just realized Hilda is Jessica. I realized that midstream. I'm looking at her picture. She's Jessica. She's... Look at her picture and tell me that is not how we designed Jessica. Yes, exactly. So with that thought in mind, yes, please bring your raids. Let's go say hi to Sans. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. I had the blast today. So I hope to see you guys again. No Futon Crusaders stream Friday. So the main stream isn't coming back till Tuesday, but like I said, I'll see what I can do about tomorrow. So with that, thank you guys all. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.